I'm politicking with the homie poet, Poe Politicking. Self-help meets hip-hop. That's fucking beautiful. What up, Poe? What up, DJ Period? Just two black brothers. I see y'all out there doing what y'all do, preserving the hip-hop culture and introducing the future stars. Keep shining, kings. Real and recognize real. Love is love. Salute. Yeah.
PoePoliticking.com.
Welcome back to PoePoliticking.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on YouTube, but check us out on Spotify. We're on Amazon, Apple. Type in Poe Politicking. Listen to my interviews since 2008. 1-2-1-2 and place to be with Swift Sloan. How you doing, bro?
Hey, this is live right here? My fault. Hey, I'm all good, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, just working, man, trying to keep these projects moving.
Yeah, so I was reading you're from Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee, man, born and raised, bro. Where you from? You from the East Coast?
I'm from Mississippi, but I live in San Diego right now. I've been in San Diego.
San Diego. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm from Mississippi. But like I said, I've been out here so long. I guess I'm from San Diego too.
That's what's up. My brother stay in Jackson.
Yeah, I was just trying to get your background. I know you're a movie producer, director, writer, but I was reading that you first got involved you was a book author first and a publisher. So I just want to know about your background, how you started.
Yeah. So I started my journey in the arts, I guess you can call it, by writing novels. I had a book series called Motivation, and that went through like 3 different books. So I started with that and, went on to write a couple of other novels.
So how did you get involved with writing?
Man, just trying to figure out another path, you know what I'm saying? And I've always loved to read and, so that kind of drew me in that direction. One of my favorite authors, is John Grisham. So, I kind of, I used to enjoy reading his books, because he always had like them crime novels and suspense and whatnot. So I was just like, maybe see if I can kind of like model some of the shit he be doing.
I want to say John Grisham from Mississippi too. I think he is.
Yeah, I know a bunch of his books is based down there.
Yeah.
Yep. Like the one he did in Biloxi. That was the one from like what was it about the tort, the lawyer that was suing the people and stuff.
Yeah, they killed a Marco.
There's a bunch of them though, like The Client, all that shit, right?
I would say so. You were saying a different way. So like, with your background, like were you in the streets or something, or how was your background, like upbringing?
I mean, man, I probably grew up, the same as, I probably would say, a lot of black males. I grew up in the inner city of Milwaukee. Came from a background of, a lot of street stuff. And, I mean, you get involved with these, you grow up in these environments and, a lot of times you become a part of those environments if you don't find a better way to do things. You know what I'm saying? So you just, you kind of think that that's the way to go because that's the only thing that you see until, you come across another situation where you begin to realize, okay, I can go down other paths.
So how did you get involved with film?
Well, I went to school for film. So yeah, I went to school for film and I studied audio and videography and stuff like that. And I used to shoot when I was in school. I used to shoot for this. It was a part of our class. We used to have to shoot for this cooking show, and that was like my first brush with operating cameras and understanding storyboards and all the technical stuff that goes along with film and TV.
So was it you was a writer, then you went to school, or did you go to school, then after you went to school, you started writing and producing?
Yeah. So I had went to school first, and then that was before I wrote my first book. So I went to school first, then I wrote the book, and then when I wrote the book, I always told myself, I wrote it. I said, one day this is gonna be a movie. I mean, I didn't know how it was gonna be a movie. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just a matter of you putting those pieces together and just having a vision and a goal and keeping your eyes on the prize and just understanding that, okay, if I stay down with this and I put myself in the right circles, I get the right information, I can figure out how to do whatever it is I want to do. So that's kind of how that went, man. You know, sold my books, which the books, kind of led me into the field of real estate. I was able to play around with a few properties, and before I was able to get into and start shooting circumstances. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think you froze up. So there you go. You there now? Can you hear me?
Oh, okay.
You good? You can hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you. I can hear you.
So describe your creative process when you're writing?
Well, I don't really write novels so much no more, but I always start with just the premise of, okay, what do I want this story to look like, right? I mean, what am I trying to come across? Like, what story am I trying to tell? Then when I get an idea for that, I piece the beginning together, think about the middle, and I always make sure that I got the end to the story. How do I want this to end? So those three components kind of help me understand what direction I want to go in. And then, as you create stories, you just come up with the rest of the stuff to just fill in the blanks.
Then I saw you did a documentary on Cool Cool Cow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Cuckoo Cali Town, man.
Yeah, I was wondering. I need to watch that. I was wondering what he had anyway, because I remember he had that one song and you didn't hear nothing else.
Yeah. He had a lot of different challenges, man, that he was dealing with. So, it kind of like, took away that spotlight that he put on for me, my projects. But we got the documentary. It's on Tubi TV. IMBDT. What is it? IMD. Bunch of streaming services. Amazon Prime, iTunes, all that stuff.
And then I was going to ask you about your other projects, because I know you got Circumstances 1 and 2. I see the hoodie you got on with the 2 on it.
Yeah, yep. So we got Circumstances, Circumstances, like I was telling you, the Circumstances series is based on my motivation book novels, right? So we on part 2 right now. Man, we just wrapped it up in July. So, we got Gravy, the guy that played Notorious and played Biggie in Notorious. We got him in there. He played Tiamo. We brought DeMarvis Harvey back. He playing T.A. Keyshawn, played by Kenyatta Deet. We got the homie Rev Islam. He's playing Agent Daly again. We got Sierra Angelia. She's playing Agent Chan / Kimmy. And who else? London Johnson. He played Red, and a bunch of other people, man. So we shot that, and that'll be released December 22nd on Amazon Prime.
So what are your plans with your, like, how many projects do you Like if you once you're said and done, how many projects do you want to drop? Like where you want to go with your career?
Well, I mean, I think I'm at a point now where it's like, in the beginning, when I first shot my first joint, I was just really learning the process. So now it's like, you learn something, you understand how it goes. So now it's just a matter of just doing them, putting them out, and I mean, man, we got a bunch of other dope movies and TV shows and reality shows and whatnot. We actually on set. I'm on set right now. I just took a break from you. We working on this reality TV pilot right now. So man, I got a bunch of projects that we're gonna be rolling out, man, in 2021. You know what I mean? So, I mean, as far as like the direction where we going, I mean, really, I'm just really just going with the flow in terms of the creativity and getting the stories in front of me that we tell, and just as we want to, and enjoying what we doing.
Mm. Yeah, and then I will ask you, as far as like, say if you're talking to like a younger kid about getting into the industry, because I see like now I see it's more black males than I thought, like black producers. Because I talked to Dennis Reed as well, then I talked to you, so it seems like it's a representation. It's a way we can seem like we can get into this industry. So, what would you say to any like youngsters trying to get into this industry?
Man, you know what? I would just say first and foremost, just really ask yourself and know that this is something that you want to do. And then ask yourself what portion of the industry, what part are you trying to immerse yourself in the beginning? Because a lot of times you start off writing, and then you become a producer, then you become a director, then you become it's all type of different angles that you can play in the entertainment industry, especially like with films. So, my advice is to, for especially young people, man, because when you're young, you got so many different chances to just make mistakes, you know what I'm saying, and start over, you know what I mean? And, I would just say that, for a young person, man, just jump out there. If you feel like you want to do this shit, just jump out there and do it, and God is going to open up other doors for you, the doors that need to be open, you know what I mean? But you got to put the work in to be able to get to those places and, find the things it is that you want to do. You just got to put that first foot in front of you.
And who are some of your favorite what are some of your favorite movies, and then who are some of your favorite producers?
Man, some of my favorite movies, man. I mean, I got so many, man. Godfather, that's like one of my favorite movies of all times. You know, Malcolm X, that's like one of my favorite movies. I don't understand why they didn't win an Oscar for that, but Spike Lee is definitely one of my favorite directors. I just like, the awkwardness of some of his films and the way he put them together. Man, one of my favorite producers right now is the Terry Turner. Like, I had a chance to meet him once. He did that Ultimate Hustler with Dame Dash, that reality TV series. He did a bunch of stuff. The Adulterer on, I think it was on Netflix. And what else? Growing Up Hip Hop with Dame Dash and them. Man, he just like, man, the man is just working, and he got that energy, and I just like what he doing. You know what I mean? So Ava DuVernay, she dope too. But I mean, I got so many, man. You know what I'm saying?
And what's your interest outside of making movies, making films? What you like to do?
Well, I play around with real estate. Well, I ain't gonna say I play around with real estate. That I like dealing with real estate. It's kind of like the same process when you like, rehabbing a house. Is kind of like the same process as it is to when you putting a movie together. You got to find contractors and the real estate with the movies. You got to find, the camera people and the lighting people and all of that. You got to find the property. With the movie, you got to find the story. It kind of coincides with it. But I mean, outside of that, man, I love just spending time with my kids. Of course, I don't really do a lot. You know what I'm saying? But just really working and just tend to my business. Tend to my kids and my family and stuff like that.
Then for the listeners, always ask the guests, what's a good business to start right now?
Say that again. You kind of broke up a little bit.
A good business to start.
You said, what do I think is a good business to start?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good question. Shit, hand sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. A hand sanitizer manufacturing company. I mean, I don't know about the mask company. It's probably the whole mask thing. We might be on a late show with that, but I think when this COVID thing blow over, I think it's gonna be people gonna be a lot more frantic-y, or probably a lot more serious about applying hand sanitizer. You know what I mean? So maybe that. I mean, I guess it's just a matter of what a person into. Me, I'm trying to stop myself from starting businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you get to a point, man, where it's just, you just try to like kind of slow down. You know what I mean? And stick to a couple of different things. Because it can get overwhelming.
So how long normally does it take you to do a movie from like start to finish? Like, what's the time frame?
Man, you know what? We knocking them out in 10 days. As
Damn,
far as the
real?
oh yeah, man, yeah, we knocking them out. I think what they said, Tyler Perry knocked out that one movie. I forgot the one where the lady went to jail. I think he did that in like 4 or 5.
Wow.
It just listen, man. It's a matter of you having the team together, and y'all know what y'all doing. You got your schedule right, and you understand that time is of the essence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we shot Circumstances too, man. We shot that in 10 days, man. And then we went to post-production. I think post-production, we was under 90 days with that. I mean, it's just you just gotta have that efficiency. You gotta have a system in place, understand what you're doing, and you gotta hire the right people that is for real about delivering your vision. And folks just got to be a man of their word in terms of if you tell somebody, look, I need this done in this specific amount of time, then that's what they need to do.
I say, how do you feel about Tyler Perry's studio? Is that something you aspire to have one day? Like, I know he bought this big old school and turned to a studio.
Yeah, I think he bought like an army barracks.
Yeah.
So yeah, army base. But you know what, man, I mean, I would love to have a studio. That's definitely a goal. You know what I mean? But what you got to do, in film is just like any other business. You gotta, you just gotta bite pieces off. You can't just bite big chunks. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bite it in pieces and digest it, and just let things flow the way that they're supposed to. And if that's a goal, you know what I'm saying, which, for me it is. It's funny you saying that, because I've been looking at some stuff with that. It might not be obviously big as Tyler Perry joint, but I got my eyes set on a couple of situations.
And then what are some things like this probably got one more question probably. I would say, as far as just your movie projects, how do you ensure that they are profitable?
Well, the first thing is, for me, I'm an independent producer, obviously. So you want to make sure your budget is, you want to I try to keep my budgets, man, under 100. You know what I'm saying? For me, if I keep them under 100,000, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm sure I can, market them the way that I need to, and, make the money back. So I think that whatever type of distribution situation you have, you need to have your budget in mind according to that. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to understand what you're capable of doing. It's like, as an independent filmmaker, a lot of people don't understand, especially when your goal is to keep ownership and maintain ownership of your work. and you're not looking to make something and sell it to somebody, and you want to sell all your intellectual property. If you want to keep all of that and you trying to build a catalog, in this day and age where we at, the streaming is where it's at. The Tubi TVs, the Amazon Primes, the Peacocks, the Pluto TV, the Crackles, and all that. That's how, if you want to maintain all your intellectual property, that's pretty much gonna be your platform. So you can't afford to jump out there and have projects that, cost you $1 million. Unless, don't get me wrong, unless, you have a situation where, unless you got a situation where your marketing dollars is going to add up to, it's going to be sufficient enough to where you can make that $1 million back. So, maybe some people can pull that kind of stuff off, but that just ain't a reality for me. And I don't think it's a reality for most independent filmmakers who are putting their own money up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to get back to your question, I think it's a matter of you just understanding what your distribution situation is and structuring your budget and structuring your film budget, your film budget and your marketing budget around that.
And then what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, I appreciate all of them. It's literally like people that have been rocking with me, man, since I came out with Motivation 1, the first book, you know what I mean? So I appreciate them 100%, man, and all my supporters, I just want to thank everybody for, rocking with us, with all the projects we doing, you know what I mean? We trying to get better. No, we're not trying to get better. We getting better with everything that we doing. We moving up, as far as the production value and everything. So I just want people to recognize that part. And, man, we just trying to give opportunities to folks, you know what I'm saying? New actors and that might not necessarily have a shot, because everybody can't go just drop everything and go to Hollywood. Some people got to stay in a region. And, we trying to get those kind of people a shot, you know what I'm saying? They get themselves out there and, because you just don't never know what that kind of stuff might lead to. So, man, I appreciate everybody, the cast, the crew, everybody that support all the films that we put out, and we got way more stuff to come, man.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Man, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. You want to tell me your social media and everything?
Yeah, you can follow me at Swift Sloan on Instagram and Facebook. Swift414 on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter like that. And you can follow our movie page also on Instagram.
The Poe Politicking Show is brought to you by RapperT-shirts.com, home of the official Poe Politicking merchandise. From face masks to tees and hoodies, order yours today. Thank you for listening to the Poe Politicking Show, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. For live content, subscribe to our YouTube channel.